So what exactly is the one key factor to let you know that you are doing enough as a Muslim? Today I'm going to share it with you. Let's get into it. From time to time, that feeling of uncertainty rises up where you are questioning yourself if your prayers are sincere enough, if you are doing acts of kindness frequently enough, and if you are truly fulfilling your purpose as a Muslim to the best of your ability. This feeling is all too familiar for many of us. And I know for myself, as someone who has fallen into the hamster wheel of perfectionism, I often find myself getting caught in the tangle of self-doubt, whether it's in my personal life, my career, or even my spiritual journey. The question still lingers, am I doing enough? This constant striving can feel exhausting as well as disheartening. But here's the thing, there's one key sign that can help us to understand and answer this question. And today I'm going to share it with you. We'll explore what it truly means to be doing enough as a Muslim, how we can find peace in our efforts. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get into it. Personally, I believe that Islam is such a reflective religion where self-assessment is something that is constantly rolling. And so through that, we often find ourselves questioning and asking if we're doing enough. And many doubts arise through this. Am I praying enough? Am I being sincere enough? Am I doing many good deeds? Am I, remembering Allah enough? Am I balancing deen over dunya in a healthy manner? Like all of these different doubts through this self-assessment come up. But despite that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us assuredness. In Surah Al-Dariyat, ayah 56, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me." And right there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing us and letting us know that our sole purpose here is to worship Allah. Like everything else doesn't matter but worshiping Allah. That is why we're here. Sure, of course, we need the job, but that is secondary. We need the money. We need the money. Okay. But that comes after worshiping Allah. And while, yes, on the one hand, our only purpose in being here is to worship Allah, at the same time, finding a balance to do that in the midst of all of our responsibilities, all of the distractions in this dunya, and making time for Allah in every possible way that we can is our main priority. So what exactly is the one key factor to let you know that you are doing enough as a Muslim? It might surprise you, but no, it's not the frequency of how many good deeds that you do. It's not how many times you go to perform Umrah and Hajj, but it is simply the consistency and the sincerity of your acts of worship in every possible way that you can. There's a hadith that reads, the most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are a few. So with that, maintaining sincere acts of worship, no matter how small, weigh heavy scales. For example, even the most mundane things can become an act of worship. Going to the grocery store for your family, going to the gym, working out, taking care of your body, eating, going to sleep, helping your parents with something, going to work. I could go on. Like there's so many things that you can flip and make it a form of worship. As long as you are making the intention to make that act as a form of worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are fulfilling your purpose. It's not just praying, it's not just fasting. Sure, we have those set acts of worship, praying, fasting, reading Quran, all of these are acts of ibadah, but you can go the extra mile to implement Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into your daily life through incorporating your sincerity to worship Him in every act that you do. And I want to make a note here to encourage you to say to yourself, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah. Whatever it is, let me not say whatever it is, because this is actually a really great benchmark. If you find yourself not being able to sincerely say, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah, going to a specific place, doing a specific thing, saying a specific thing, whatever it is, if you can't sincerely say that you are doing that for the sake of Allah, it's a clear indicator that you may need to reevaluate whether it's worth your time. Because again, our sole purpose in being here is to worship Allah. And with that being said, it's not about the quantity of your acts of worship, but the quality of it, the sincerity and the consistency of your acts of worship. And when I say consistency, I don't want you to think, oh, I have to do this every single day. Consistency can be a weekly thing. That's a pattern. Like, as long as you find yourself going back and doing that thing for the sake of Allah, going to that place for the sake of Allah, as long as you find yourself renewing your intentions and doing that thing, going to that place, you are doing enough. You are doing enough, okay? You are doing enough. So I encourage you, continue to make your prayers, continue to fast, but also incorporate Allah into your everyday tasks so then you can increase in your acts of worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like, we do so many things in the day. Like, imagine. What I want you to take away from this video is to analyze your day and see what areas can I turn this into an act of worship to Allah. Start from the morning to the night and see how many things you can incorporate Allah into and make it an act of worship to Him. All right, that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video from me. And until next time, stay mindful and stylish. Assalamu.